Hey, I'm Kelsey from Learning Glass, and today we're going to talk about 4 tips to decoding fake news. So the first tip is going to be to look at the URL. So you might have something such as .blogspot or .com. What's before is important too, but the end is very important. So a .blogspot or WordPress or something like that is going to be an opinion. It's someone's personal blog. So you got to be careful for that. That's obviously fake news, though it might be valid or credible in some type of realm, not when you're looking for factual news. .com is probably going to be what you see the most. You have something like NewYorkTimes.com or LATimes.com. However, you do have to be careful because certain things like Fox News 13 might not actually be a news channel. So just look that up in Google, throw it back, double check for yourself. Literally takes 30 seconds, depending on how fast your internet is, and you'll get what you need from that. So that leads us to the second tip, which is hyperlinks. And those are going to look in an article like text that is underlined like this. So if you are looking at a study inside of an article, it's going to say this study or something of that nature and be completely underlined. You can click on this and go to the study and reference all the background information. So if an article doesn't have stuff like this, say it's just complete text, it's not going to have that backup information that you really need to look at, the background story to see that someone else is saying that's credible as well. And you might see in an op-ed or another type of editorial article that they're going to have hyperlinks as well. But you have to be careful on these because these are going to be opinions too. So our third piece is bias news. So every type of news source is going to have some type of left or right lean. Some of them come somewhere in the middle, so that tends to be more public media, so like NPR, PBS, such things. So a left or right swing doesn't necessarily make something not credible. It just means you need to be more conscious and aware of what you're looking at. So if you're looking at a left-swinging article, maybe it's talking more positively about something that's environmentally related. And while that may be good, you still need to check the facts and see that it's accurate. Same thing with right-swinging. But these articles can definitely be credible, and again, use Google to see what your source, what sway it has, because most things do have a little bit of sway, even if it's just this much, other than just kind of the things that are public radio. So that leads us to our last point, which is language that is used within an article. So the language that's used could be some type of loaded language. So that's language put in there purposely to have the person reading the article think differently about that. So the big issue with this, or the big hot topic issue right now, is the difference between illegal immigrant and illegal alien. So there's a big difference between those two words. They're going to make you feel different things, and that's going to affect how you approach the issue that you're reading about. So look out for those kinds of things and just be generally aware. You want to be able to read a news article and get the facts out of it and not just see what you want to hear. You got to see the real news. So hope these helped you, and that's it for today.